Hello everyone, I'm Rich Lamont. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. This will be a shorter video, much shorter than what we're used to. Just a material video. Someone had requested how to prepare and use Eurasian jay, which color-wise is pretty similar to the American blue jay, but is not to be mistaken with it. American blue jay is illegal to use. It's an American songbird, so we can't use those feathers. But what bird is not protected is the Eurasian jay. So this is a fly here that's got a little bit of a jay throat to it, and I'm going to show you really quick how to prepare that to make it easy. Jay feathers, as you can see here, are very thick down towards the rachis, down towards the bottom where it's actually attached to the bird, and it thins out towards the tip. But because it gets so thick, it becomes very difficult to wrap it around the shank of the hook. So to prepare these, we have to strip one side, and to do that, I just use this this other vise here. This is just a kit vise that I got some years back. So what you'll do is just clamp the base of the feather in the vise, and we're going to strip it. Now you'll notice I'm using a feather that the blue is all on the right side. So this is actually a left wing feather, not a right wing feather. So if you look here, this is the left wing of the Eurasian jay, and these are all the left feathers, where you can see the blue band, or the blue barring rather, is all exposed, and on the previous feather before it, the blacker part is covered up, except for a couple of feathers up here on the shoulder, or up on the tip here. So you want to use the ones, typically, if you're a right-handed tyer, you want to use the feathers with the fibers on the right side of the rachis, which would be from the left wing. If you're a left-handed tyer, likely you would use the opposite. Now you can use either or. For a right-handed fly tyer, you could use the opposite wing, but you would have to reverse wrap it around the hook, which is a little, that makes it a little bit more challenging. But as for preparing the feather and stripping it, what you'll want to do is grab it by the tip up here. I use a pair of tweezers to get that tip as best I can. And then you'll once you've got that separated out, now you can have the tip on the left side. That's quite all right. What you want to do is you want to have as many of these fibers as possible right up into the tip, and then you'll take those. Come on now. Pull it away just a little, and you'll feel it start to tear away as if you're stripping a feather, and then just keep going with it, and that'll split the feather right down the middle. And when it splits that stem right down the middle, that'll thin it out, and you can go ahead and just throw the other side away, or use it for whatever you like. What you see now you have half the rachis and all those feathers for that side. So now you just take those and gently stand them out from the center. Get them all to stand up for the most part. They don't have to be pulled away. Just enough till you can find a tying point. And then we'll take this tie-in point here and we'll tie that in. So I'll take you over to the vise now where I've prepared a fly. The angle on this might be a little bit different. I'm using my tripod tonight. It's just I have the rest of the video set up taken down at the moment, so hopefully the angle's not too bad on it. But before we go over there, I'll do that one more time for you. Alright, so just put the feather into the vise. Get up into the top here. Now, and we'll just split it down the middle. See how it's split in half now? And you've got all these still. And you're ready to go. Much thinner rackets to tie in with. You can even, so I can get a little bit closer. Some of the rackets you'll notice down towards the base still has some of that filler in it, kind of like styrofoam. You can scrape that out a little with your nail to kind of thin that out a bit as well. Or if you're really good with a razor blade and a pair of scissors on the inside, you can snip that away as well right through here. Just lay it flat right against the stem. It is quite difficult. I usually do it with my magnifier, so I'm going to wait for that. But that's how you prepare it, and that's how you split it. Now let's go over to the vise and I'll show you how to wrap it. Alright, this is just a salmon hook, nothing special. Let's say for example you're ready to tie in your throat and you've got your hackle done. So we'll take the feather that we stripped earlier, hold the tip, splay everything out. Now on the back, towards the base, you'll have these shorter ones. You're not going to use those. You want to have the longest ones be the last thing that you wrap on this. So then you find that tie-in point you're going to use. And tie it in. Always tie in by the tip first, not the base. The tipper is the narrowest. It's going to give you the best tie-in and reveal afterwards. Okay. Now in some cases, if you've got a head that's starting to build up a little bit, you can add a little bit of wax to your thread to kind of help things stick a little bit better. Now go ahead and wrap clockwise. When you're wrapping, make sure that you keep that those feather fibers pointing outward. Excuse me. Keep them pointing perpendicular to the rachis and keep palmering those back like you would other hackles. And when you get to the last of it, you tie that off. And like I said, you might need another one. So if that's the case, Make sure that's... I'm just going to strip one more real quick. Alright, so... and we'll just tie one in. And then we'll just take this and wrap it right around over the other one. Touching turns with the other one, rather. And if you get to strip those, you can do that right there. And there's your J tied in. Then you can just take that, and you can either leave it as is, oh, pardon me, leave it as is as per the recipe, or you can pull it all down and make a really nice throat out of it. Just play with it. I'm pinching it down along the stem there, along the shank of the hook. And there might be a couple that don't cooperate. Those you can gently pluck out. But that's it. That's how you select, and not necessarily select, but that's how you prepare your J, and that's how you wrap it onto the hook. It varies from size to size. You know, larger hooks you'll require larger J, but larger J becomes a little bit more difficult to find. So you don't typically find J higher up than, you know, 3/0 or 4/0. Once you figure out how you can strip those stems down, you can use these larger ones on the wing here. These are going to have some longer barbs on it. Look here, those will have much nicer, longer barbs. I'm not sure if you can see that. Some J feathers move up the wing. The blue moves up the wing a bit more. You can strip those and use those as well for larger flies. But typically you're going to find all the smaller ones here, right? All the ones you're going to find are going to be like these right here on this one. So that's how you wrap your J throats. That's how you prepare the feathers. It's pretty simple. Once you get doing a bunch of them, you get the hang of it. They split pretty easily. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, think about subscribing. It really helps me out. And interactions on the channel helps the channel grow and helps me create more content for you guys. So, you know, that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. And till then, tight lines, everyone. Take care.